Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Let's dive into Bitcoin, guys. We're here on the 1 hour chart. If you've been following the updates, if you've been following the Twitter, you have an idea of what we have going on here. If you're new to the updates, we can backtrack a little bit where we are in this continuous sideways price action, just riding this support level right here at a yellow line at approximately 38439. And we were able to get a couple longs here and ride this nice move up here after this stagnant market price action here. And now we've kind of run into resistance here at our red line, kind of peaked up here to our range lows. And if we zoom out real quick, if y'all remember going back to our ranging price action up here at the beginning of February, we tested again here at the beginning of the month in March. And now we've kind of, come up here and topped out at it, a couple more times right here in our most recent attempt being now, where we're trying to, kind of fumble with this red line once again, where we had this uptrend pattern going on right here that helped to kind of lead us above this red line right here. And now we're kind of starting to lose some semblance of that pattern, right? Where we've fallen down from the red line here. Do y'all see that? Fallen back down to the trend line here. Try to work our way back up to get back above the red line, where we were denied once again here, have now fallen back down and are now back testing this whole area as a confluence of resistance right here. Do y'all see that? So fell out of the red line, back tested resistance, fell out of the pattern. Now back testing this as resistance again, guys. So as it currently stands, there's not really a long play here for Bitcoin as we're running back into resistance. Now, if we can get back above, this resistance level and reclaim it as support, that's what we want to see for that continuation up higher, right? Sorry for the bad pattern there, but that's what we're looking to see, right, guys? Get back up here, hold this level of support, and that's where we'll see continuation right there. But until then, we're just looking at a potential denial here off resistance, right? So if you see us continually hitting our head off this level, that's where we could potentially spell coming back down and testing these lower levels down here, even potentially falling all the way back down to that yellow line at 38439, guys. Something that is helping us out, though, if we pull up that RSI, I updated this on Twitter for y'all last night, where we are creating some type of that hidden bullish divergence right here in this lower time frame uptrend, where we've had our low in price here and now our higher low here in price. But y'all can see we're creating that lower low here on the RSI here on this 1 hour time frame. So that's nothing huge, and that's certainly not something that's going to just catapult us. But it is something that, could be telling that that's why we're trying to push back up to resistance here, trying to kind of get a pop here to see if we can push back up and reclaim this now resistance level, reclaim that as support. And like I've been telling y'all, potentially come back up here and test that, 42, 43, potentially going up to 44K level. Like I said, we do have a potential technical target off this move, guys, where if we pull up our trend-based fib and we go from our previous low back to our high, back to our local low here, that has a technical target coming all the way up to 42986, even potentially all the way up to 46.3, guys. So if this were to totally play out and this technical target were to be hit, you're looking at approximately 43K or so for that move. But again, guys, that means coming back up here, reclaiming this level of support. And you can see that's what we're trying to do right now. We're getting these green candles as we've fallen back. But again, guys, just back testing resistance as it stands right now. So let's dive into total crypto market cap, guys, see what we have going on over here. I also was updating this for y'all on Twitter yesterday, where we're getting above this green box that we had once as resistance, right? Where we're coming up here, we worked our way up. We're claiming this higher time frame downtrend, and I'll zoom out for y'all, as support, right? Where we've been denied so many times here, going back to November, right? Denial. I mean, just look, all these times we got denied here. And then most recently, again, we had a few attempts to break out of this pattern here, right? Where we came up here, looked like we were going to hold above it and failed. Came back up again, looked like we could maybe hold above it and failed here again. And now we're giving our third chance here. And if we zoom back in, we can see what we're talking about here, where we've come up, broken through the line, held this as support, have now come back up against our next support and resistance level in this green box, right? And are now trying to hold this box as our support level, where we could potentially see that continuation and come back up to our next level of support and resistance here, where this bottom line of this box at approximately 1.843 trillion would now act as resistance should we be able to make it up that high and test that level of resistance, right, guys? But again, we'd have that would mean breaking this high right here at approximately 1.824. And if we were able to get past that, we would need to come and tackle this next high, which stands at about 1.938 trillion, guys, okay? Also wanted to give y'all this other basic look on current price action, guys. This is just a very basic, easy way to kind of look at what's going on here, and just a very basic semblance of this pattern here where we've kind of had this sideways triangle pattern here, our range high and our range low down here. And now we're kind of in the middle, creating this somewhat of a triangle pattern here, so that you can see how this pattern would also be in confluence with kind of getting denied here at that red line that we're seeing on that other chart that we were just looking at. This is, also kind of in confluence with that. With if this pattern were to be true, we're kind of getting denied here, guys. If we take off these drawings, I also just want to remind y'all guys of our weekly time frame here that we've been tracking. And again, guys, this doesn't have to happen, but it's just something to stay aware of, right? Where we're tracking this potential EMA cross on this weekly time frame, which is never good to see, right? It's not, certainly not a bullish signal, mainly a bearish outlook here, where if these EMAs cross over, right, where we have this yellow, the 20 EMA on the verge of crossing below that 20 or that 50 EMA in blue, right? So this 20 crossing below the 50 here, and that would spell some type of potential bearish outlook there if that were to happen, guys. And again, that's just in comparison to some historic price action, right? We were going back here and looking at this, time frame back in 2018, right, where we had this, this crossover, right? And right before they crossed over, we kind of had this pump back into that 20 EMA, right? Kind of that confluence of resistance there before it dumped down, some sideways action, and then eventual capitulation. So if that were to play out, guys, we would have a pump up to here, if it were to exactly be the same thing, and it would go back up to about 43,500 or so. And again, guys, if y'all remember on that technical target that I was just saying, it was right around 43K or so. So if this were to exactly play out, a potential pump up there, but before a ride back down to utilize that 100 EMA as support, guys. So that's what we're looking at in the market on the zoomed out time frames, the higher time frames, total crypto market cap on Bitcoin, guys. So if you found the video helpful, throw a like down, throw a comment. Thanks for watching today, guys.